Hey guys, what's up? I wanted to talk to you about something very non-dear and near to our hearts unless you are a nerd. Therefore, have fun at school, bitch! I personally hate school. Well, I don't hate school, I hate the people there, including the teachers. Let me just give you a rundown of freshman year of the teachers. We had an English teacher. English was my first period. I liked this teacher. She wasn't like the try to be cool and hip teacher. She just was like a normal teacher. No one really hated her other than when people got bad grades, and it's quite obvious the people who got bad grades aren't intelligent in that field of English, at least. Because I got all B's on like every single thing I wrote, and I was pretty happy. And English is my worst subject. And I liked our English teacher. She was very nice. She was also straightforward. Um, she got us to think outside of the box, something we aren't normally used to for high schoolers. And then we had our integrated social studies teacher. I don't know why it was integrated social studies. There was no, why couldn't we just take like normal American history? No, our school is too dumb enough for that. Anyway, so this teacher, she was like really funny, really nice, but sometimes she didn't get to the point, and she would blabber on and on and on and on and on. And class ended up being like more of a debate instead of a class, and we never really did much in that class. Like, we did do stuff, but we didn't do like a crap ton of things. I mean, when we were doing trench warfare, we like set up the desks. We had like one row here and another here, and we would like hide behind them, and we would have actual trench warfare. We would like have balls like like the kind you go swimming with, you use in the pool to hit someone in the face with, except we didn't get them wet, sadly. And then we would tear up paper, ball it up, and throw it, and if you were hit, you were dead. And it was really hot and crowded, and it was fun, but it was exhausting. And it wasn't even 10 o'clock in the morning. And then, third period, we had the creepy teacher, or at least I had the creepy teacher. The way our math goes when you get into high school is if you pass this test and... Annoying. Sorry. I live by a highway, and cars just come and go as they please. Anyway, so we had a creepy math teacher, and the way math goes is, in 7th grade, you take this test. If you score above a 70%, you take, integrated math, which is a step higher than normal 8th grade math. And then if you get, I think it was like an 80 or higher, you take Algebra 1. And I didn't pass either, so I took regular 8th grade math, but people who took regular 8th grade math chose between integrated and algebra, and I took algebra because 8th grade math was so easy. It was such a breeze. And people in the integrated classes had to take algebra. So when you took an Algebra 1 class, there wasn't just freshmen in there. There were sophomores, and then our class had a junior because he failed algebra last year. And yeah, this kid's an idiot. All people at our school are idiots, I'm sorry. Well, like 80% of them. Ha! I'm like the 80% of the people who know what they're doing, but don't apply. I'm pretty sure that explains our entire school. But anyway, the teacher of Algebra 1 was creepy. He was like, I don't mean to be rude, but he was like fat, and he had man boobs. And they weren't just like my chubby man boobs, they were like down past his waist to his knees man boobs. And when he walked, they swayed, and it was so gross, so disgusting. I didn't like this teacher because he was sarcastic and smart-mouthy and really cocky. And when you ask him for help on something, even if it's like new or really old, he would treat you like an idiot. Like, well, you should already know this, or I'm just now explaining it. We're asking for help. We're not asking for a smart alecky or cocky remark. You're supposed to be a teacher, not a dumbass. Not that hard. And my friend Katie, who was a senior this year, who graduated this year, I should say, had, I think it was like fifth period algebra 2 with him, and she walked into his class one day, and it was like after lunch, and there was a porn pop-up, but no one told the superintendent or the principal. Okay, I see how our school is. Then fifth period, oh dear, fifth period. Oh no, fourth. I'm not even to fifth yet. I don't know my numbers. Fourth period was PE. I suck at any physical activity that's not soccer and twirling a flag. Anyway, the teacher for that class, honestly, she did push me outside of my comfort zone, but thanks to her pushing me, I passed with a, pretty sure it was a B. Let's see. I passed with a C! Okay. That was like the highest grade I got in PE ever. And I was pretty happy about it. And it's also because of her I'm in flags, because we had to do a shuffleboard unit, and I was twirling the cue, and she's like, you have a natural gift for that. I'm like, thanks. She's like, you should try it for flag corps. I'm like, no, dear. But eventually I did. And I'm in the flag corps. Even though I didn't learn stuff quickly, and I was pretty insecure about things I was able to do and things I wasn't able to do, I got the highest score out of all the new people trying out, and there were 5 of us, and there were only 2 spots open, and I wanted it really bad. And I was very surprised that I got a spot, but I realized I'm the only newbie in the flag corps that can do anything correctly. I mean, the people who are already in, yeah, they have it down, but there's one other newbie, and I want to punch her in the face, because she's an idiot. But 5th period was choir. Let me tell you, if you know anyone that went to Elmwood and took choir at all, you will know that this is the worst choir instructor in the world. She doesn't even try. She's just like, you guys can sing notes. You pass! Basically, that was it. She doesn't even put an effort to critique us. And then Troubadours, which is the show choir. I got yelled at the other day because I didn't come in for fitting. I was busy marching, sorry. And she's just really an idiot. I don't like her. And then 6th period, Miss Lottie. I'm gonna edit that out, maybe. 6th period, our computer teacher, she looks like a slut every day. Like, high-end prostitute-ish slut. And she thinks she knows all this about computers, but when we ask her about something, figure it out. You're helpful. Thank you. And then 7th period was Spanish. I loved this teacher before she left because she was pregnant. I'll tell you about the substitute for that one. Our Spanish teacher, she was amazing. Honestly, I learned a lot from her. She was very funny. She was like funny in a sarcastic way. She was very straightforward and to the point. She also was willing to like help you, and because of her I got a B, and I thought I was gonna fail at the very beginning of the year, and I'm like, I got this up to a B. Nice. Then 8th period was our physical science teacher. She was a new teacher, and she was nice, but she wasn't good at explaining things. And then when it came to like review and stuff, we went over it a million times. And then she'd be like, oh, this isn't on the test, but then it's on the test. She's not helpful. I'm not saying she's not smart, but she's not helpful. She's just not a great teacher. But, yeah. Oh, substitute Spanish teacher. She was like the 6th period teacher, but skinnier. And, the guy I have a crush on kept staring at her boobs the entire time she was there, because she was there from, like, March to end of the year. And he kept staring at her boobs, and I wanted to punch him in the face. And then 7th period was the worst because we had like 80% of the jocks in that class. It was stupid. But hey, I'm excited for sophomore year, kind of, because I get a couple new teachers, and I'm really excited about it. And that was my teacher experience. Let me know yours. I would love to hear some interesting teacher stories. Maybe next week I'll do a teacher story video or something. Speaking of which, sorry I didn't make a video last week. I was marching. So anyway, I will see you guys next week. Until then, have fun at school. Start next week.